Hello everyone and welcome to SOS Wrestling and to episode number 15 or 16 maybe? I don't know. You guys will know of a UPW Local Global Series. We have a good bit of money in the bank, just around $50,000, making quite a bit of money at this point. So that's good to see. We're not going to be running into any money troubles as long as we keep doing what we're doing. In this episode, we are going to have the go-home show for UPW Over the Limit and then the pay-per-view. At the go-home show, which is a show we'll see first, obviously, the UPW Super 8 tournament will come to a conclusion, so we'll finally get to see who will be our UPW Super 8 champion and who will get a title match of their choosing at Over the Limit. And speaking of that, it is Jason Kincaid versus Hansen. Obviously, when we started this tournament, that was not the outcome we were expecting, especially because Jason Kincaid wasn't even with the company, had never even been signed to the company before. So, yeah, it's a nice little thing, I guess. But with that said, we can go ahead and jump right into the show, because there's nothing much else really important that I need to go over with you guys. Alright, in about that, a decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. Colby Carino defeated Alex Colon in 9:21 by pinfall to start off the show. They do have pretty good chemistry. Colby only got a 28, which is not very good at all, but a 32 rating for the show, or for the match, sorry. It could be better, obviously. It could be worse. We'll see how he progresses in the future. Obviously not going as fast as I would like him to, but I'm kind of doing a storyline with him soon that'll keep him on the mid-card, and he won't have to go after the big names, but he can still get wins over guys like that. And with that, Colon tries to attack Carino during his celebration, but is stopped by Freeman, who runs out to make the save. This isn't just a random thing, like Flex is such a good guy, he saves random people. As most of you will know, they have tagged in the past. I've talked about wanting to put them as a tag team in the past, because they're two people that I can realistically see as a tag team. So a 46 rating for this, not too bad, and obviously we have basically a new tag team in UPW, so that's exciting. And a decent match. Kairi Hojo defeated Kimberly and Barbie Hayden. No, Kairi Hojo and Kimberly defeated Barbie Hayden and Penelope Ford in 10:43 when Kimberly defeated Barbie Hayden by pinfall, the Yoshi Tonic. Kairi carried the match in terms of in-ring, obviously, getting a 67. Jesus Christ. Ford got a 28, Hayden got a 20, Kimberly got a 35. Yeah. This is about the rating I'm expecting for the match, Barbie Hayden versus Kairi Hojo at Over the Limit, maybe like a 40. Because I don't know if Kairi Hojo is going to be able to do this good whenever she's just going up against Barbie Hayden. And I don't know if Barbie Hayden's going to be able to get a 20, because obviously she's not the best in ring right now. And David Starr comes to the ring with his Iron Man title. Starr says, "So it seems like your pride isn't enough for you to face me like a man." Obviously referring to last week's segment. If you haven't already seen that, I suggest you go back and catch up. He says, "I'm going to go ahead and put this title on the line just so I can kick your ass." Starr waits a few moments in the ring before being attacked from behind by Jason Lee. Lee grabs the title from Starr and holds it above his head, seemingly, indicating that he accepts Starr's challenge, and they will be facing off at Over the Limit. 51 rating here. I mean, really good as far as rating. Storytelling. I was trying to think of better ways I could do this story to start off, but I've used a lot of ideas. So for right now, we're just going to have to deal with Jason Lee being kind of he's a badass, but at the same time, he doesn't want to fight anyone if it's not going to benefit him, basically. So he's a prize fighter, which I think is a cool gimmick. So moving on, a bout that had decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. The Colony defeated the Big O and Colin Delaney, just two guys I hired on one-night deals, in 11:20 when Fire Ant defeated the Big O by pinfall with a Burning Hammer. Fire Ant was really off his game, unfortunately, only getting a 30. The Big O got a 24, Colin got a 34, so might have to look at Colin in the future. The Big O, I don't know about him. He's not that great, but we'll see. I had a lot of guys on this roster that I never thought I would bring back, like Joey Janela. So we'll see. 34 rating, not great, but it's mainly a storytelling thing. And speaking of Joey Janela, Chaos come down to the ring to confront the Colony. Cody says, "Let's get one thing straight. We all know why you're here. You guys are here to job out to the bigger stars like me. If you two left today and never came back, nobody would notice and no one would care. So the fact that either of you think you can step up to my level, to our level, is laughable." Janela, Hull, and Dunn rush the ring, attacking the Colony, who is saved. After a few moments, Bill Carr emerges from the back and runs off Chaos, helps the Colony up, and stares Chaos down, seemingly setting up a 3v3 match, Chaos versus Carr and the Colony, which I think is actually a pretty good name. It sounds kind of like a boy band, but I'm sure Bill Carr won't mind too much. Moving on, a decent match, 45, actually better than I thought it would be. Santana could have done better, but Rocky with a 55. Rocky did defeat Santana 11:59 by pinfall with a foreign devil. And yeah, not really any angle after this, because I was kind of in a rush booking this show. Got a lot of stuff to do this weekend, but it is a long weekend, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, not, a whole lot of storytelling. This is just a singles match, because, obviously I can't give away the tag team match when it's been set for Over the Limit for at least a week now. And another decent match, Hanson defeats Jason Kincaid in 9:30 by pinfall. Hanson, apparently they didn't click, which is unfortunate, but it still got a 42. And Kincaid got a 42, Hanson got a 43, but Hanson does move on. I guess he just won it. He is the champion of the Super 8 tournament, the winner of the Super 8 tournament, and he does now have a title shot for any title he wants in UPW. Jason Kincaid actually really impressed me in this match. He's impressed me over the last few weeks, so I gotta think of some more storylines for him now. That's really interesting. Alright, we'll see. We'll see what I do with him. He's a cool character to book, though, because he has an interesting gimmick, so the door is open. If you have any suggestions, make sure to put them in the comments below. Hanson grabs the Super 8 trophy out of Steve's hands and then grabs a mic. He says, "Hiromu Takahashi, you're in a world of pain, brother. At Over the Limit, your reign will come to an end, and the age of Hanson will begin." Imagine that, like a little more gruff, more like a Hulk Hogan, except mean. So, like a Braun Strowman type voice. I don't know if that's actually how Hanson sounds. I can't remember him ever cutting a promo. That's how he sounds when he, grunts during his matches, so I'm assuming he has a relatively deep voice. 54 rating, good rating based on his menace, probably. And that will end off the show, the Go Home show, which got a 45 rating, not too bad. Yeah, so Go Home show for Over the Limit, I think we did pretty good. Obviously increasing our popularity in all 45 regions, and yeah, I think we set up some storylines pretty well. Didn't leave any stone unturned, and yeah, I guess not much to go over or really talk about now after this show, so we'll just jump right into the main event, UPW Over the Limit. Yeah, we'll jump into it. So we start off UPW Over the Limit 2018 with a tag team match. Alex Colon and Sean Maluta losing to Flex Freeman and Colby Carino in, 9:24 by pinfall, where Flex Freeman defeated Alex Colon. And Maluta got a 30, Colon got a 33, Carino a 30, Freeman got a 29. So all the Reddit ratings here could have been better, but at the same time, it's the opener, and I wasn't expecting this to be good. I didn't even know that I was going to be booking it until, I was like, this show's kind of short, I should probably advance this storyline. But yeah, 31 rating, not too bad. Alright, pretty bad. But high note, a decent match. Penelope Ford and defeated Kimberly in 6:54 by pinfall with a roll-up. Ford got a 48, Lee got a 48 also for a 46 rating. A pretty good match. I mean, actually, really good match. For these two, though, I've seen better from them. I've seen better from this women's division, so that's why I'm not like too excited about it. But at the same time, it was quick. It was a roll-up, and Kimberly probably should have won, but that's why we have storylines. Moving on to the next segment, a decent match. Chaos defeated Bill Carr and the Colony in 13:55 when JT Dunn defeated Fire Ant by pinfall with a handful of tights. 37 rating, 38 from JT, 32 from Cody, 37 from Joey, 38 from Silver Ant, 33 from Fire Ant, and 39 from Bill Carr. So basically, across the board, it was pretty even. I'm pretty okay with this match. Chaos's first kind of feud. I'm not expecting it to end here. Not sure how I'm going to advance it from here. I'll have to figure that out, but I have time, so we'll see. If you have any suggestions, definitely sound off in the comments. Would love to hear them. It would help out a lot. And Chaos celebrate up the ramp, raising their arms above their heads as Carr and the Colony scramble to recover. 48 rating on this. Actually, Cody Hall's menace is really, like, better than you would think. It's like a 70, and Bill Carr is only like 50, so I normally rank or rate these angles off of Cody Hall, and it seems to do pretty well, so I think that's a good reason to be pushing Cody Hall as his entertainment and menace, all that good stuff. A decent match. Jason Lee upsets David Starr in 7:01 by submission. Lee wins the UPW Iron Man title. They both got a 38. I was expecting David Starr to do a little bit better, but a 38 rating for the match too. Not too bad. Jason Lee actually did better than I thought he would, so I guess that makes up for David Starr not doing that great. But at the same time, this match was pretty good. If you're wondering why I took the title off of David Starr, other than, that's just how title reigns work. I really wanted a new name to hold that UPW Iron Man title, because the only two people to ever hold it are JT Dunn and David Starr, and it's been around for a little over a year now, so that's not too bad, but it was time for a change. And David Starr will still get a few more shots at the title, maybe even recapturing it. Who knows? I certainly don't. Not yet. And after tapping out, David Starr is lying in the center of the ring. Lee walks over to him and extends his hand. Starr accepts it cautiously and is hit with a knee to the head. Lee grabs a mic and stands over his fallen foe. He says, "You are a disgrace to this company and a disgrace to this title. You call yourself the UPW Iron Man, and yet you are lying on the ground like the dirt you are." So a 54 rating here. Probably not a great idea for David Starr to accept the hand of someone who has literally been attacking him for something like 3 weeks. So bad decision making there, but he was stunned. He'd tapped out, ending his title reign. I'm probably going to take a look at that next episode. Just take a look at the title reigns, just to see where we're at with them. And moving on to the next segment. A decent match. Roppongi Vice do defeat LAX in 16:51 when Trent defeats Angel Ortiz by pinfall with a strong 0. Roppongi Vice win the UPW Tag Team titles. Ortiz got a 36, Santana got a 32, Trent 51, and Romero actually a 60, so that's really good. For 49 rating for the match, and Rocky's improving in performance. Really good match. Obviously, I was expecting that from this, because Roppongi Vice are really, really good. LAX didn't do too bad. Angel Ortiz actually did better than I thought he would. So we'll see where they go from here. I need a little bit of a boost in the tag division, because for the longest time, I've just had like one main tag team that's really good, and everyone else is just kind of meh. so I should probably boost up the tag team division. We definitely have the money for it. So we'll see who might be showing up to face off in the tag team division. A decent match. Kairi Hojo defeated Barbie Hayden in a submission match in 8:52 by submission, lasting a little longer than you thought, or probably thought, definitely than I thought. But I decided, maybe a little narrative where it's mainly Barbie Hayden rolling out of the ring, wait until like a 9 count, rolling back in, basically trying to evade Kairi for as long as possible because she knows that there's basically no hope for her. 48 rating, so actually much better than I thought it would be. I said something like a 40, so definitely happy with this match. Moving on to the next segment or match, possibly. Yes, the main event, good heat and decent wrestling. Hansen defeats Hiromu Takahashi in 15-13 by pinfall and wins the UPW heavyweight title. So Hansen has ended Hiromu Takahashi's he had something like an 8-month reign, which isn't like extremely long, but it's a pretty sizable reign, especially for an indie company. A smaller indie company, I mean. So 42 for Hansen, not the best, but he's going to be up there with the heavy hitters, so, there's nothing bad about that. He's one of the best on the roster, and we'll definitely hope to see what he has in store in the future. I think Hiromu was actually the longest reigning heavyweight champion in history, which technically wasn't all that hard because Gulak was there for a month, never defended because he got signed to WWE full-time. Dalton Castle defended something like 4 times, and he had it for like 5 or 6 months. And then Alex Colon had it for like 3 and didn't defend it because he was with LAX. And then Rob Van Dam had it for like a week or 2 and never defended it because he only had it for a week or 2. So, good history, I guess. Interesting history for that title. But a 47 rating on the show. Not too bad. Was expecting a little bit better, to be honest, but I'm definitely not going to complain too much about a 47. As far as the speech goes, just tell Kairi that she's freaking amazing. Tell Hansen that he did alright. Well, no, maybe not a good example. He, give him some encouragement. And tell Cody Hall that he could give him a hug. For some reason. I don't even know what that does. Okay, he seemed pleased. So that's all that really matters. Thank you guys very much for watching this episode. If you did like, please feel free to like, subscribe, and comment. Check out all the other playlist series, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one.